that's the question. Why did Google buy this company? They've bought, a dozen or so hardware companies over the last year. Many of them are robotics companies. We know they're working on Google Glass. We know they're working on driverless cars. We know they have that secretive lab, Google X.
Yes.
Where does Nest fit in? Where does Nest fit into Google's broader ambitions and really the future of technology?
I think that Nest is a talent acquisition as much as anything else. What you're getting are two men, and many others who have been working there, who have an innate understanding of how to produce and design consumer-friendly products.
Good hardware.
Really
good consumer hardware.
Desirable hardware. Think about the Nest. It became
an aspirational product.
Yes. And there hasn't really been anything. Everything Google has worked on has almost been more in the area of research and science than a sort of gotta-have-it product.
So let's talk a little bit more about the talent they've acquired, because obviously Tony Fadell, Matt Rogers, they both used to work at Apple.
Yes.
100 of the 300 employees at Nest used to work at Apple.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, Nest looks and feels like an Apple product.
Absolutely.
Why didn't Apple buy Nest?
Well, there are a lot of stories about the origins of Nest and how people came to it and how people left Apple, power struggles, some personality issues perhaps. And so you have this group of sort of Apple, emigres, if you will. And they've been working on this, and there was always talk, oh, maybe Apple will buy it back, but I don't think that was ever really going to happen, given some of the players involved and the personalities.
And keep in mind, Fadell is the guy who basically invented the iPod, excuse me.
Yep.
He was very involved in the creation of the iPhone. He's gone over to Google and said, look, I've already worked on phones. I'm not working on phones. I am working on bigger and more different things.
And he's absolutely right to do so.
But my question is, look at what's happened in the last 2 weeks. Samsung has come out with the connected home.
Yep.
Google has bought Nest. Google has bought multiple robotics companies. Other companies are out there with smartwatches, with smart TVs.
Right.
Is the pressure heating up on Apple? Where is the next big product from Apple?
I think Apple, to some degree, has been a victim of their own success. They had this sort of, call it 5 to 7 year period, where it was just one blockbuster hit after another, right? iPod, iPhone, iPad, and it was like we would become accustomed to thinking, well, what's the next one? When you think about it, those products were the culmination of so many different technological trends that were happening at the same time. Low power, computer processing, not flexible, but small displays, wireless capabilities, and it just so happened that we hit this moment where all of these things could sort of mushroom up. I'm not sure we're having that moment yet again, and so it may be unrealistic to expect that Apple can just create magic out of thin air.